Oh,
God.
speaking of funny,
Oh, jeez.
when does a joke become a dad joke?
When?
When it becomes apparent. What's up, everybody? It's another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. Before we get into it, as always, you can, or more accurately, you should, check us out at our home on Podbean at world11.podbean.com, all spelled out, all one word. You can also catch us on Google Play Music, iTunes, Spotify. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you hit the bell for all those notifications for all the fun stuff that we've got coming. Make sure, hopefully some of you are catching us live on our fantastic Twitch channel run by the amazing Kathy. And you should also like us on the Facebook page, follow us on the Twitters. Did I get it this time? I think I got it.
Really need to write this down. So you do
See, and I fucking did last week too, and I just realized as I was about to get into it, I didn't fucking pull up my my little WordPad doc. But I'm pretty sure I fucking got it all this time.
I think so. At least you remembered YouTube this week.
I know. So,
choose your fighter!
As always, I am your host, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me this week on our panel of fantastic peoples is Kathy, Queen of the Stream.
I think so. What's up? I was just making sure I did turn on my mic this week. It's on. I heard my voice. We're good.
And
Still
Josh.
on.
Yep.
Okay.
And Josh the LeGrew.
Hello.
So holy hell. Let's cut the shit and let's get straight to it with
Oh my gosh!
Video games.
Josh, what have you been playing?
Well, I went on a little trip this weekend, so I did not play that much. I've been playing. I brought a lot of stuff with me. Unfortunately, my friend's children just bogarted my Switch pretty fast, and I did not. Every time I got it back is when it had like 2% battery. So yeah. So I was playing my 3DS, and I started. Yeah, I know, right? And so I was just playing a lot of Link Between Worlds.
Always a good choice.
Really, really enjoy it. So I wish I got to play it more for the month when we did the video book club. But
catch up with me later about that. Actually, there's an opportunity there.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Right.
And that's honestly it.
Wow.
Well, I know.
Have you played Link Between Worlds before? Or are you?
No, this is my first playthrough.
Ooh, even better.
I know, right?
Great game.
It is good. I'm really having a good time with it.
How far in are you, out of curiosity?
I've got 2 of the sages or whatever.
Okay.
And that's about where I'm at, because I only had about 3 to 4 hours to really get into it.
Okay.
But I'm really, really liking what I'm playing right now. So,
have you just been renting the items, or have you been going in and buying the items outright?
No, I've just been renting a lot of them, but I've only died one time, so I've only got to the point where I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I should just buy these outright, but I haven't got to that point yet.
I remember just going, fuck this shit, I'm not dealing with having to re-get them over and over again, and I just bought everything outright.
Right. I know that's coming. Hasn't come yet for me, but I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
See, I only picked a few items to buy outright because there were only a few that I use consistently. The
Right.
rest, it wasn't worth it.
So I want to offshoot for just a minute because this has me thinking. Kathy, you're gonna love this one actually. That or it's,
So
it's
he
gonna,
says.
Well, that or it's gonna be like playing Sophie's Choice for you. So this kind of has me wondering, which Zelda game do you think has the best items? Like as a whole.
Ooh, that's a good
Like
question.
I don't care if it's the best Zelda game, but which Zelda game
right.
has the best item?
Ooh. Oh my gosh, that is.
Like
Oh, I'm gonna
rated
have to-
on as an average overall.
Damn.
I-
And
I-
we're talking
I
about overall, not a specific item, right?
Yeah,
We're talking-
like the overall collection of items, their average greatness, and I would even say I wouldn't even account for how well they were utilized per se,
Mhm.
but just the item itself.
So we're looking for a particular item, or are we talking about the game that had the best items?
Game that had the best items. I don't care how well the game used it, but if the
Right.
items were fucking awesome.
Ooh, now here's the thing I will have to say. I am very deficient in the handheld games, so I haven't played like the Oracle games, and I did not play Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Track, so I'm gonna leave those ones. So I don't feel like I can give a very fair, but I'm gonna stick with the console games. That's a
I didn't play any of the DS ones either, actually.
I mean, I played the game. I played Link's Awakening. I did start playing some of the Oracle games, and I played Four Swords
Four Swords Adventures.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to. Wow.
I told you it's gonna be like playing Sophie's Choice for you, isn't it?
I'm gonna take out Breath of the Wild only because, there's so many unique weapons in there. I'm gonna.
It's got weapons, but in terms of items, it really lacked.
Yeah,
there was
the items
almost
are
nothing.
lacking. God.
It's not that type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez, I'm trying to think of all the items in all the different games, and they're all kind of blurring together. Ugh, this is a tough one. I mean, I've played every single console Zelda game from the original Legend of Zelda all the way up through Breath of the Wild. So, man,
Are we talking about just mainline Zelda games, or?
I'll throw you any. I don't give a shit. Let's
well then I got to add in the unholy Triforce into that. I mean, maybe Link, whatever the Zelda Wand of Gamleon was probably the best. I'm kidding, totally kidding. Gosh, you really are putting me on the spot on this one because I really. All right, if I had to narrow it down, I'm thinking there's actually two that I would say. I think my second choice would be Ocarina of Time, because those again, new mechanics, new weapons. I mean, I loved having the hook shot and being able to kind of just reach different places. There was the different mechanics. I like the idea that the items were only usable depending on whether you were, old Link or young Link.
Mm-hmm.
But really, my favorite set of weapons to use, and the ones that I enjoyed the most, and the ones that I think were the most diverse, would have to be Skyward Swords. I mean, they had, because my favorite one is actually in there, the beetle that they had, where,
Okay.
And using that mechanic to not only solve puzzles, but to get the drop on some of the enemies, and using the motion controls to utilize these items, I should say, not weapons, but to utilize the items. Plus, I loved the bellows to just
Mhm.
blow piles of leaves, and that would have been actually kind of fun to bring back into some of the game, like into but damn it, also Wind Waker. Shit, I forgot about Wind Waker. That Wind Waker had damn. Because Wind Waker, I mean, I could sit here for hours just debating all of these games. No, I still say Skyward Sword, I think, for me, had the best items. And I think had the most diverse group of items. So
What
there.
about you, Josh?
I haven't played all of them. That's my
Of
main
what
problem.
you played, how about that?
I'm in the same boat as Kathy. I would honestly, I think Ocarina of Time, just because it introduced like the hook shot, introduced a bunch of things that today that mainline we kind of like expect from Zelda games.
Hmm.
That's where I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay. I'll throw in my 2 cents here. I want to give it to Twilight.
I forgot about Twilight.
Yeah.
Aside from the hook shot, what's better than one hook shot but 2?
The double hook shot.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
fucking awesome. You know, Spider-Link does whatever a Spider-Link can.
Pretty much, yeah.
But then on top of that, I know it only really got used in one dungeon, but damn it was so much fucking fun. Was the top, the spinner.
Oh yeah, the spinner.
Oh my god, that was fucking awesome. And I don't think we would have gotten to the bellows had it not been for the Gale boomerang.
I didn't like the Gale boomerang though. That was a piece of crap.
I
hated
enjoyed the
that.
Gale boomerang.
Maybe it's because of how we had to go and get it. Nothing like a little frickin' baboon slapping his ass every time you hit him.
And I will say, I out of the games that had them, like the metal boots, to weigh you down for all the water
yeah.
stuff,
Mhm.
Right.
I never liked it. But I will say I loved the iron boots in Twilight because getting to play with them on the magnetic strips and walking on the walls and the ceiling was
Yes.
fucking awesome. So the slogging pace of them is still fucking terrible, but
Right.
But that made it more realistic. I mean, come on, Link was not going to be able to walk real well in iron boots.
yeah.
I mean,
so.
that was, I think, Ocarina of Time's
Yeah.
little bit of a downfall on that.
So, but that's just a fun diversion. Back
Yeah, that's like
to
trying to choose your favorite child.
told you, Sophie's choice.
God damn it! Don't ever ask me what my favorite Zelda game is, because changes.
That's next week, boys and girls. Tune in to watch
That's next week. You got a whole week.
mental freak out.
Please go easy on me. I can only handle one mental freak out when it comes to Zelda.
So, and Kathy, what's been spinning on your hard drive?
Well, obviously
You
I
don't
got to
believe
play.
in physical media, heathen.
I actually played on an actual console this week, so shut up. All right, so anyhow, all right, so I was gonna come on here and just talk all about Fortnite, but I got a chance to play other games because I think I even said in one of my streams, all I'm playing this week is Fortnite, so that's all I can talk about and really drive y'all nuts. But I got some other games. I'll end with those because those are more interesting. But no, Fortnite. We're getting close to the end of season 7, and on Saturday at 1:00 my time, Central Time, they had an in-game event where the orb that was over the castle in the southern part of the map exploded. The Ice King in all his glory came in, whipped up a storm, and basically covered the entire island in snow. And it was a freaking amazing event. However, this event brought back the stupid goddamn zombies from season 6. Of course, now they're known as Ice Zombie or Ice Fiends, which has now just made everybody pissed off as they cannot fight their opponents without getting fucked up the ass with a zombie just coming in and destroying any hope of them winning. So zombies are back, which sucks, but what's cool is the map, with it now all being covered in snow. It's added a couple other mechanics to it. Now, Fortnite does a day-night thing, so you'll have, the daytime, the nighttime, while you're on the island. But now, instead of just it getting dark, when it's daylight, the island is clear, but when the sun sets, we basically go into Silent Hills. and the entire area is covered in fog. So it changes up the gameplay. You cannot see as far into the distance with your sniper rifle, so it makes it very hard to snipe people when it's nighttime. And people can sneak up on you, which, again, adds to changing up gameplay. But, anyhow, they added some Ice Storm challenges. I'm not real big on these because it's mostly defeating these stupid zombies, and it's just a waste of time. However, they did add a new wrap for their weapons, which is the same color as my chair, which is awesome. So, but yeah, I mean, we're on week 8, the week 8 challenges. If you're watching this live drop tomorrow, if you're listening to the recording, they already are up. So we're getting close, only about 4 more weeks because there's 10 weeks in the season. So we're almost done. And then we'll start seeing the changes coming as they get ready for what season 8 is going to be. So, but that's Fortnite. What else did I play? So I did, again, go to my console, my SNES Classic, and went back to Super Metroid. And I got to the stupid wall jump part, and I just said, fuck it, and I stopped. Because that mechanic is the stupidest mechanic in Super Metroid. I'm sorry.
And
That was the worst mechanic in that fucking game, and I cannot stand that part. I mean, once you get it, you're fine, but that is the stupidest part of that whole fucking game.
I will say, as a connoisseur of the series,
Yeah.
the wall jump is one of the harder things to get a handle on because ever since they introduced it, the feel of it has changed every single side-scroll game. So from Super to Fusion to Zero Mission to Samus Returns, every time they've tweaked the feel of it. It's never had a consistent, steady feel on it. That being said, though, Super had one thing going for it in terms of the wall jump that really actually helped me get a handle on it. And there's a frame or two of animation in there if you watch carefully.
Yeah, I know where she... Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Where you're supposed to hit the button, or hit the jump button. I still can never get the damn fucking timing right, and I hate that fucking mechanic. That's all I'm gonna say. It has been plaguing me ever since I played it when it first came out, back when I was younger. So that is where I stopped on the original Super Metroid, back when I did actually have cartridges and physical copies of games. So, see, I'm not totally opposed to it, but...
That's only because you didn't have a choice. Once you had a choice, you went to the dark side.
No, not necessarily. I mean, I had physical copies up until just last year. And then... Never mind. Okay, we're not going to get into this argument.
Happened.
The
And then
incident.
Yeah, but it made things more affordable. So now I can play games that I never could play before. I was not dropping $400 or $500 on a fucking Xbox and PlayStation 4 just so I could play the video games if I could get them on my damn frickin' PC. So we've had this argument. I'm getting tired of debating. You guys
It's
are
not
just...
a debate anymore. Now it's just general razzing.
Yeah. So moving
You gotta
on.
remember, it's been 2 years and I still give Eddie shit about the order.
Yep.
That wasn't a bad game. I still don't know what your problem is. Leave him alone. So, I did pick up from the Epic Game Store What Remains of Edith Finch. I was thinking it was going to be a different type of game. I mean, it's pretty much just an interactive narrative. I don't know what I thought, but I was thinking there was going to be more puzzle-based. I did complete it. I streamed it live on our channel, but it definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Great game, but I would not have paid. I looked online to see how much it costs, and like $20. I would if I paid $20, I would want my money back because it was just not what I was expecting, and I don't think it's worth $20. But it was a good story. However, the scene with Barbara, and if you want to go and check it out, but let's just say You don't play the fucking Halloween theme song in a game that I'm playing and expect me to go and check rooms, go and check the basement, go and check the frickin'... I've learned too much from horror movies. You hear that music, you get the fuck out of the house. But, whatever. And then another scene where, I was laughing hysterically, and then of course, the death, and I'm not going to go into it because you do have to play it, but it's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, why are you doing this? So, it's a game I will never play again. I do recommend playing it just to play it, because it is an interesting story, and it was, I did want to know more about the family and what happened, but it was just not worth, it would not be worth the money. So you got until tomorrow to pick it up for free, get it, the 24th. If you don't get it, don't bother. Find somebody else who has it.
Well, it's tomorrow for anybody that's checking us out on the live stream. If you're if you're catching the post recording,
don't waste your money.
This ended yesterday. Don't do it. Apparently, but you will be able to catch it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. So just watch the playthrough. Watch me freak out. Watch me, yell at the screen and go, no, fucking no. Come on, seriously, I had to go into a fucking basement and there's a refrigerator frickin' moving around. And the Halloween theme is playing. What the fuck am I thinking is going on? And she's got a frickin' crutch with her. It's not gonna do shit. Get the damn saw blade that was down there and use that. Ugh! I hate people who are stupid. Anyhow, but, after I played that,
that's why I rooted for the doctor in the Human Centipede movie, because the victims were all idiots.
That's why I watch. That's why I don't like watching horror movies by myself. I like watching them with people, and we make fun of the stupidity of these characters, because that's the only way I can watch them. Otherwise, it's like, forget it, I'm done. So, I did go onto the Steam store, as I usually do, to check out what games are free, and I did find a game called What Never Was. Now, it was a very short game, but I do recommend. It's more what I thought What Remains of Edith Finch would be, and it has the puzzle bit. You go exploring and you actually solve puzzles. I like those type of games. It's very reminiscent of the game The Room that I picked up and played a little bit about a month ago. Those are the type of games I like to play. And that's what I was expecting with Edith Finch. That's not what I got. So whatever it was, it looks like it's almost kind of like a demo to show what they're working on. Because it was really, really, really short. Like only maybe 15 minutes. Of course, it took me a half an hour to complete it because somebody kept interrupting interrupting my gameplay with various discussions that had nothing to do with the game I was playing. But so I would have finished it in 15 minutes had it not been for that person.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you never know what I'm talking about. Oh, I forgot to tell you, they took out the bush in Fortnite.
Aww.
But I meant to tell you that. But no, I do. It looks like it.
I was really hoping you were going to tell me they took out the bush and they added the Brazilian.
So anyhow, I'm not walking out this time. Anyways, I think that's actually. Never mind. Before I get myself into trouble. Alright, but yeah, pick that up. It's definitely fun. I went back to Hades. I had to start all the way over because with my PC having to be refreshed and all that other shit, I lost all my saves. And then the last thing was I didn't get to finish talking about Hollow Knight because I got so, distracted by suckage and a whole bunch of other shit that I forgot to tell you I completed the 4th upgrade of the nail.
Yeah. I want to hear.
Oh, I cried. I was like, it was an emotional moment. Josh, you know what happened?
Up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't want to say anything with Dylan here because I know he hasn't finished it.
Right.
And it's definitely a moment you need to go in not knowing because it totally took me by surprise.
Right.
And it was kind of like, oh, fuck, don't make me make this choice. But of course, I know what I would have done, but I went with what my character would have done. So yes, I got a little teary-eyed. It was an easy decision. So yeah, but that's I haven't played I haven't picked up Hollow Knight because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do next. I'm getting kind of like, what have I missed? Because I think I'm only at 83% completion, and there's
Right.
things that I know I've missed. Like I said, I've got some random. I found a simple key that I have no clue. I don't remember any doors that I missed, and I know there's stuff that I've missed. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to go through a walkthrough, which that's gonna take a while. But yeah, now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm gonna stream next on our channel, and I've got a whole list of games that I got for Christmas, and the hard part is deciding which one. So
I'll tell you too. 3 of the charms are super fucking grindy to get to.
Yeah.
well, there was one now I did play. I have a separate save file that I've been playing just to play it whenever I feel like playing the game and not streaming it. And I found a charm that I totally missed on the gameplay that I'm using for my stream. So
Which
like-
one?
the tomb up by the begins with a J. Crap.
I can't do that either.
What are they called? The Howling.
Oh, the Howling Cliffs?
Yeah. What is the name of the?
I was just curious which charm it was.
No, I'm trying to remember now because this is gonna drive me nuts. Seriously, this is. You can go on. I'll look it up and I'll let you know.
But yeah, the fragile charms that you have,
Yes.
those are the ones that are super fucking grindy because there's an advanced form of each one of those.
Oh,
and-
really?
Yeah, and they're fucking expensive as shit.
Wow, I didn't.
You're gonna have to grind just fuck tons of geo to get them.
I think I've been doing pretty good with my geo. I mean, I got a whole bunch
Say
of.
that till you find out what they cost.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
Yeah, but that was part of the Grim Troop DLC.
Hmm.
So
Oh, I don't have it. I don't have the DLC.
yes, you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Everybody does. It's free. It's included.
Oh,
It just
I don't.
it just updates.
It's just hidden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have not seen it.
They're quietly hidden and tucked away into the game, and you have to know where to go looking for it. If I remember correctly, there's a breakable wall in the Howling Cliffs that you have to find, and once you find what's inside of that wall or that little cavern, it'll activate the Grim Troop DLC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Joni's Blessing. That's the one I
Okay.
found. Yeah, that one's the one I missed and that I found.
Okay.
Sorry. I was trying to remember. It began with a J and I could not think. Yeah, Joni's Blessing that I found in my separate game and not in the original. So it's like, oh, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
So that's okay. More exploring. And that's my one complaint is that you can't always find those breakable walls, and that I don't like. And that was always the thing that pissed me off in Legend of Zelda, was not knowing, unless you knew the secret was there, you'd spend all your time and all your freaking energy trying to
right.
Yeah.
basically light on fire every single damn
Grind
bush
it out. Yeah.
or bombing every single fucking wall. It was like, it was crazy. So, and that's kind of how I'm feeling with Hollow Knight. I'm at that point where I just want to finish the story, but being the completionist in me, it's like, I gotta find everything.
I don't disagree with you. I will say, though, the upside is that there's not a lot of breakable walls hiding shit. There's
True.
really only a handful of them.
But I never would have found the hive if you guys hadn't mentioned it to me, because I didn't even know there was that whole freaking area sitting there.
No, the more prominent thing, though, is really the breakable floors, and those make themselves fairly evident.
Right. Well, and there are some breakable ceilings and walls that I have noticed there are some cracks in, but again, if you're not paying close attention, you can easily miss it. So
They're clues, but they are super fucking subtle.
But that still does not change the fact that I love that game. So I
Oh.
still thank you guys so much for suggesting that one.
Oh hell yeah. Anything else
Okay.
you've been button pushing on?
Just on my mobile stuff, just some random games. That nothing to really get into, just because they're stupid little puzzles and
That
stupid
reminds
shit.
me, by the way, Josh, I'm really fucking stunned at you that you did not take this opportunity to go back and start just binging on Dragalia Lost.
Regalia
again.
Lost. Yeah, I know. I actually thought about playing it, but you have to be kind of online to play that game.
Yeah. So,
Oh, you're right. I should have actually done that, but I did not.
I was just surprised that you didn't while you were at least like sitting in an airport waiting.
I honestly just had my 3DS out, and I was just playing that. I mean, people were looking at me like I was a crazy person, so it was kind of fun.
I would have been like, "Can I play?" I seriously, we would have been like, "Ah!"
So, I've really only got one thing on my list for the last week, and it was actually it was a week ago. So it was like after we recorded last week. I sat down and I played a demo, and I pre-bought the game after the demo. And Kathy, I think I started to tell you about this just a tidge. It's a walking sim, and I won't say it is particularly. It's definitely not fucking subtle, but I do like the writing, and for the couple of dollars that they're charging for it, I honestly didn't have any issue throwing a couple of my dollars at it, so that when the rest of it comes out, I can finish just reading it, I guess, for lack of a better term. You're literally just walking down this path, and words will just kind of float up as you walk by, and you're just reading this dialogue. It's called Drowning. It's on the eShop on Switch right now for pre-purchase, and there is a demo available. And it has to do with this person having a dialogue with their depression that they've had since they were a kid, and it was actually really interesting. Like you said, it's not subtle by any means, but I think by the same token, the lack of subtlety and the way that they write it as if it's this person talking to another person, and not just addressing it as a disorder. I thought it grabbed me, and part of it might have just been I was in just the right mood for it to strike a chord with me.
Right.
I like I said, I'm planning on jumping into it and whipping through it once the full game drops. But I've already pre-bought, but it was only a handful of dollars. It was very inexpensive. Part of me says I shouldn't recommend it just because it's not anything like earth-shattering, but again, in the moment, it spoke to me and it grabbed my attention, and so take it for what you will, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
Sometimes that's all it is it may not objectively be anything amazing, but you just caught it at just the right moment for yourself.
Right.
So,
Like The Order.
Eddie's not even here. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
it
that
would
was
have been
good.
called The Disorder 1886.
Aww.
Jesus.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, that's been it, honestly. I think I think we've got some fun stuff we're going to talk about in the back half of the show, including the Nintendo Indies highlights from Nintendo UK, which I want to talk about that actually a little bit. Just that we'll get into that, as well as we're going to have some laughs at Soldier Boy's expense, because that's a fucking thing lately. So, but other than that, I think that gives us a great place for us to say break.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Yoshi Yak. It's your boy ADV. Sorry guys, I couldn't be able on this episode due to work. I know, like I said, it's going to be like this for a while, but just wanted to let you guys to know what I've been up to with games that I've been playing, and my topic that I have for you guys that I think some people might find it odd that I'm going to be talking about it, and some people might get offended about it, but just hear me out when I get to it. So, let me get to the games that I've been playing, starting with Xbox One. I've been playing Destiny 1, the first one. I'm really enjoying it, going back to that game. Kind of surprised on how the jump from Destiny 1 to Destiny 2 is like very visible, being able to see that. So I'm surprised about that. Also been playing Far Cry 5, and also started up Seasons After Fall, which is kind of like a platform Metroidvania style game, but there's no combat in it. It's just like you just figure your way and solve these little puzzles on how to get to your little goal, and then you go back and forth. So it's kind of nice. It's a very intriguing story, great music, great voice acting. It's an indie style game. It's not too long, but I'll be jumping back into it to finish it up and try to 100% it. Make sure I can get everything. But I'm playing that. Like I said, it shouldn't take me long. PlayStation 4, still playing a little bit of BioShock here and there, because I jump around with that, and Secret of Mana, working on that game, and Tales vs. Lovecraft I'm also playing. So that's all that I'm doing for PS4 at this moment. I'll be jumping to more of them, trying to get some games finished up and platinum on that system. Nintendo Switch, I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Warriors and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I actually got a game over a couple of times because I didn't achieve my goal, my mission. So it's not for me dying or anything, it's just that I didn't get to the end part of doing some stuff like rescuing some of my people and everything. But I did end up being in that level, so I am moving forward. And this kind of also happened to me with Hyrule Warriors, that there was a point that I was losing because I didn't finish that particular goal. But now that I did finish it, and I actually beat Hyrule Warriors, so not mad about that game. I am enjoying Fire Emblem Warriors, and really can't wait to play a little bit more of that. Been playing Mighty Gunvolt Burst also. Kind of a odd game. It gives me the Mega Man feel to it, but thoroughly enjoying that. Getting my tail beat here and there, but I wouldn't have it no other way. Just really having fun with that game. Hopefully I could beat it probably by the end of this weekend and stuff, because there's some things I gotta look into for that. But that's pretty much all I've been doing on Switch. I will be getting back to Smash or some other games, because also Xenoblade Chronicles 2 have been on my mind, and I want to get through that game, be a little bit more committed to that. So there's just some games that I'm jumping around here and there, and I know I'm going to be getting to a lot this weekend, trying to work on and finish up. But that's pretty much what I have been playing. I'll have more of a detailed list next week for you guys when you hear this. So I'll be able to let you know what I finished and what I started working on, or what I've been working on. So, but let me get into my topic. And I know the guys here on World 11, they're going to probably be talking about different things. They're probably going to be touching on the Nindy highlights. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that discussion and everything. I don't have no opinion about it because a lot of those games are for Europe, but I'm interested in majority of them. So I'll probably give a breakdown for that a little bit later on, probably next week about that. So my Yoshi Yak today is about Fortnite players, and I think it's time for you guys to move on and start playing Mega Man as a series. I feel like if you're so good at shooting and dodging and, you know, getting into it and everything, I think you need to up your challenge by playing Mega Man. Starting with 1, going through, and actually the Mega Man collection and the Mega Man S collection is very helpful for any system that you own. I think it's time for you guys to start playing that from the beginning. Don't look at no FAQs. Don't wonder. No worries how to beat the bosses and stuff. Like, really learn the game inside out. Because I think Fortnite is too much of a safety net for a lot of players who watch it, and a lot of people who like spend their time a lot playing it. And I just feel like with Mega Man, if you really want to test your ability at platforming, at shooting, at being direct, at learning patterns, learning enemies, weaknesses and stuff, I think Mega Man is a good start for you. Because with Fortnite, because everything is so recycled in there, and you know, it's kind of for quick. If you die once, that's it. You know, you can't get revived, or you can't get revived if your team is down. But like once you go down, you run out of energy. That's it. Restart. And I think with Mega Man is that you can still get that ability, but you have to work hard to keep going forward, meaning that, you know, the checkpoints are not friendly at times. You got to learn the inside and out, and I don't think it's more of a memorization game, you know, just the Mega Man series. And you know, I think you'll be able to understand why games like Mega Man with this retro style and still even in its current state now is still popular, and why it's one of the best challenging games and platformers that people, you know, thoroughly enjoy. I think people who have a lot of safety net in today's modern games rely on that safety net to make them feel reassured that, you know, you're not doing bad, but you know, you're good at this game, and you know, we want to just make you feel comfortable and safe. Mega Man is just like, no, you need to get better, your skills needs to be better, and if you want to really prove it off, you need to go through all these levels and fight all these robot masters and learn these patterns and jump and get your hands sweaty, and you know, being precise at times and learning just the ins and outs. And you know, Mega Man doesn't make you feel safe. It kind of makes you recognize that your skill is going to be able to handle it, or it's a little bit lackluster because you rely on that safety net. You know, Mega Man does not play. And I feel like with a lot of Fortnite players, if they could get past that safety net, if they could get past just sticking to one game, Mega Man should be able to challenge them. If they're so good at being, you know, defensive and being able to look out, you know, everywhere and be aware of their foes, they should be able to do that in Mega Man. They should always be cautious, you know. They should always be ready to think about how I'm going to attack, how I'm going to jump, how I'm going to dodge. You know, with Mega Man 1 and 2, you got to learn the jumping patterns and learn where to land and make sure that you have the right ability for it. Mega Man 3 is a little bit easier because of the slide mechanic. And then when you get to 4 and 5, you got the slide and you got the charge mechanic and stuff. But then you hop into Mega Man 6, not Mega Man 6, the Mega Man X series, where you have to literally recognize that when you defeat an enemy, it may affect another level. And it may also be the thing that you need to get through some of the bosses. to it. So, Mega Man X doesn't play. If you want more energy, you have to work hard to get that energy. That option is up to you. So, I feel like Mega Man is time for a lot of Fortnite players to get into and play. I know when Kathleen hears this, she might have opinions about it, but I think that if you go through Mega Man 1 through 11 and then go through Mega Man the X series, I think you will find that, it's kind of repetitive in some spots and it feels like the challenge is there. But if you are already into a repetitive state with Fortnite, Mega Man shouldn't be no different. If you're going to be watching hours upon hours or playing 15 to 20 some games in the same thing, doing the same thing, then none of the Mega Man games should bother you. You should be comfortable with the repetitiveness of that. But Mega Man changes it up because it changes its gameplay and it's level based. So there's different things in the level that you got to be aware of and be ready for. So that is my Yoshi Yak. And people who probably heard me on a couple of episodes ago, how I took Fortnite off, and because A, I'm not playing it, B, it doesn't offer me anything like challenge wise that, okay, if I last long and I come in a certain place, what benefit do I get? I just came in a certain place or anything. Where I feel like Mega Man, it's just like you feel rewarded beating a level all the way through, not getting hit, beating that enemy, playing this difficult battle and figuring stuff out for yourself. I feel like that's more reward. So when you play more games like that, you could be like, well, I played Mega Man, so I could use my skills from that. And it also would help my attitude that I don't have to get grumpy or upset or mad. It's because I'm used to this. I definitely tell people that if you're going to do stuff like Mega Man, if you're going to do stuff like Bloodborne, play Ghouls and Ghosts. If you are into just shoot 'em up action, play the Contra series. I literally tell people that if you so good at the new games, you should be able to handle the old games in the past with whatever skill that you have. And some people just can't do it. And I think it's time that people go back and do it. So everybody, that is my Yoshi Yak. Sorry, like I said, couldn't be on this episode. I won't be able on next episode, and I probably won't be on World War I for a while, but I will be dropping these Yoshi Yaks for you guys to be able to listen to. So have a great day, have a great weekend. Hopefully you guys watch the Nintendo highlights. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this episode with the discussions they're going to be having and with what everybody's been playing. And with that, everybody, I'll speak to you next time here on World War I Podcast. Bye, everybody.
We're back. I mean, geez, I gave you your signal.
And we're back. Welcome to the back half of the show. This is where we either go deep dive on a topic, or like this week, we make our way on over to the news desk. And we get into some of the news of the week. So this week, we're kind of halfway between. I feel like it's the Venn diagram of deep dive, news desk, and a straight up Warp World episode. We got the Nintendo Indies highlight reel from Nintendo UK earlier today, actually. And the first thing I wanted to mention is that, why is it that these always come from Nintendo UK? There's not like a duplicate publishing on YouTube from the actual Nintendo of America channel? Because they did this shit last year too.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. Now, that being said, last year when they did this, NOA did put out an additional of their own a day or two after.
Right.
So I'm wondering if we're going to get one of those as well. Not that they've said anything, but it does kind of pique my interest in. So, but in any case, so there were a couple. There was a handful that grabbed my attention. and a couple that I just kind of looked at and went, not my thing. Nothing looked particularly awful except for possibly the what the hell was the one, the top-down Minecraft floaty.
Oh,
Was that Crossroads or?
No.
Begins with a T. Was it with a T?
Something that didn't look all that interesting. Some of these, I think, really just needed better trailers too, because that one actually felt like it was like building and crescendoing, and the last like 45 seconds just felt like the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It just lost all its momentum.
Right.
Like even looking at it, going, okay, the look and the feel of it, because we talked about it, looked like it plays fucking floaty as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Didn't grab me, but at least the trailer was kind of getting me a little hyped, and then the last 45 seconds just lost everything.
Right.
Like, the hell did you do? Who fucking paid for this editing job? So, that person needs to be fucking fired immediately. But there was some good stuff in there. Mm-hmm. Chucklefish is bringing us Inmost. Mm-hmm. I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Inmost looked really fucking cool. It wasn't grabbing me at first, but man, when it fucking picked up and the action and the platforming hit, and the big cool creepy spider eyes came out of the background.
Right. Yeah, that seems like the kind of game I could get into too.
Yeah, and like the crumbling pillars and walls platforming thing going on. I was like, yeah, give me some of that action. That looked cool as shit. What were some of the highlights for you, Kathy?
What was the game? The rhythm
you totally
game.
took no notes on this.
I did not. I honestly, I
usually have Eddie for.
Well, no, I was gonna take notes, and I didn't think about it. No, the rhythm game.
Double Kick.
Yeah,
Double
that one
Kick
I think.
Heroes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That one's, I think, is the one that stood out the most for me, because I do like rhythm games and rhythm-based games, and I like the concept of incorporating not only the music but also with destroying, fucking zombies, and it had a frickin' zombie dinosaur. You can't go wrong with a zombie dinosaur. That, again, I love it when games bring in something new that I've never seen, and I don't think I've ever played a game with a zombie dinosaur. So, it looks like that one's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to that one. And that's really the only one that stood out.
Not Goat Simulator? Come on.
Oh,
Goat Simulator Goaty Edition.
The Goaty Edition.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my money on Goat Simulator because
It's not a waste.
Although the dolphin in the frickin' wheelchair, that amused me, but there's just no need for me to be a goat.
You say that until you actually play it.
I'm not saying that it's not one of those games that I probably would play and get really into, but
Yeah, is it worth it?
It's not worth, I think, the money. It could be better spent on other things for my Switch and that Goat Simulator, and I can get that on my PC if I really want it. So I don't want to take up the space on our Switch for a goat.
Speaking from personal experience, I've had way more fun than I should have had with Goat Simulator.
I know.
You guys would have way more fun with Goat Simulator than you should. I could see that. So, yes.
Yeah, I played that way too long myself.
Mm-hmm. But no,
you guys, have you ever played Kitten Canyon or Kitten Cannon?
Oh,
I think you guys would have fun with that one because you remind me very much of my husband and his taste in games. It's a quick flash game that was, I forget what it was on, but basically you shoot a kitten out of a cannon and just try to get it to bounce as far along. And all you do is press the space bar because the cannon just kind of moves. You get the right angle and it just keeps bouncing until it lands on either blows up, lands on spikes. Yeah, and the reason why my husband loves it is he does not like cats, so for him it was like the perfect mash. But yes, Kitten Cannon. God, that's going back. That's going back to 2002. We were playing that. Man, but yeah, I don't need a goat. Trying to think, there was another one that stood out that looked good, and it hasn't. We didn't mention it, but
there was a lot there.
There was a lot, and I mean, they all looked like something I would want to try. I don't know though. I don't know what one I'd want to spend my money on though, and that's the big thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, there was a handful in there that kind of popped out at me a little bit. The when ski lifts go wrong was one of the few that I definitely looked at and went, I have zero interest in this.
I would just set it up for.
Well, it's a puzzle game, you know.
I just want to set it up and watch these characters like go flying into the mountain. I mean, nothing like destroying, little pixelated characters.
Yeah, they're oh hell, Unruly. What is it? Unruly Heroes.
Oh yeah,
Unruly Heroes. Yep.
Yeah. I'm still kind of sitting on the fence on that, and I want to see more on that. Like we talked about, it has kind of a hybrid look of Rayman and Ori and the Blind Forest.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still trying to wrap my head around exactly what
it is,
genre it fits into.
Well, they put it in the action fighting platformer puzzle, so it's all everything. It's everything.
Right. Jesus.
I hate when they do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we wanted to make a bunch of games, but we only had a budget for one, so we just did this.
We just shoehorned everything you like into everything.
Right. And that's, I don't know, I'm hoping it at least delivers on something solidly, but I'm not holding my breath, because that's part of the problem when you try and do too much. Most games that try and do fucking everything end up doing nothing well.
Nothing well, yeah, exactly.
Which has always kind of been my inherent problem with sandbox games like GTA.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, that's I'm still excited for I'm piqued by Double Kick Heroes. I'm jazzed for it. Whatever the hell song they were playing in that trailer was fucking awesome. For one, for two, I love me a good rhythm game.
Right.
I'm really curious to see how it plays, especially with the Joy-Con motion control. It sounds like I'm hoping what they're doing is the smart thing and basically just letting you use a pair of Joy-Cons like fucking drumsticks. Because that's the big thing, is it's all about, like drumming, because it's all just.
Well, yeah.
I'm like, this could be really entertaining for me, but in the art style grabs me. It's just fucking goofy, silly fun. I know you mentioned you can't go wrong with zombie dinosaurs, but to be fair, in theory, you shouldn't be able to go wrong with giant robot dinosaurs either, but Michael Bay managed to fuck that up. Fucking just wasted Grimlock.
Pretty much, yeah. That whole movie's a waste. We just we just don't even exist, acknowledge that exists right now.
The last night was utter garbage. I will say, though, that 4, I actually, for the most part, I actually really enjoyed 4 way more than I thought I was going to. really my biggest complaint with 4 was seriously just the waste of the Dinobots. That
Okay.
pissed me off. But most of everything else in 4 I actually really enjoyed. So, apparently we are down a Kathy for a minute here. So, yep. So this is now the part of the show where I'm stalling to get Kathy back. So yeah, I think maybe we're just gonna wait for her and talk about fucking Transformers.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, you said 4 was pure awful.
Yeah.
See, I gotta disagree here because 4, and I know that I differ from most everybody on this. I got into it with a friend of mine a while back about this. Part of the reason I liked 4 is because they took Optimus and turned his character fundamentally on his ear and made him okay with like murdering the asshole humans that were trying to kill him. Plus, Kelsey Grammer was an awesome villain.
I give you that. I just thought it diverged so much from what they had already built up that I don't know if it was worth it or not.
I will say too, I did have one other gripe with 4, and that was they not only did they waste the Dinobots, they fucking wasted Galvatron.
Yeah.
That part did genuinely fucking upset me.
The camera angles on that, Michael Bay too, with all the camera angles, he's got to shake the camera everywhere. It just kind of got old at that point with that movie too. The story was not very good overall. I don't think the writing. I think the story. Actually, I take that back. I think the story was okay. The writing was fucking terrible.
Yeah, and I think that's part of where the magic for Bumblebee came in was that while Michael Bay was still involved, he didn't get to touch the script.
Right.
So I'm perfectly okay with that fact. Cool. So we're back, and now we're done talking about giant robot movies.
Yeah, and I missed it because
that's all we did while you were gone. We just talked about Transformers.
yeah, I got my Transformers poster.
Mm-hmm.
Were you talking about Megatron or Optimus Prime?
Kind of neither.
My favorite were the GoBots. I didn't get to weigh in on this. I didn't care for Transformers. Just saying. GoBots were much better.
Why did we dial you back in again?
Bye. I'll see you. You didn't. I joined the call. So
So, all right.
Fuck you too. Never mind. Just fuck you.
You realize that I'm probably going to. I'm contemplating when I do the audio editing. I'm contemplating editing in that bit from Clerks 2 about Transformers and GoBots.
Never seen it, so I'm gonna have to...
Oh yeah, you should then.
Oh, the Clerks movies are magical.
I'm sorry. I thought the Transformers just didn't do it for me. I thought the GoBots were better robot things. I mean, come on. They at least... I mean, come on. Psykill was freaking amazing, and he went into a freaking motorcycle. I didn't care for a damn freaking semi. Didn't need that.
Well, to be fair, I'm also I'm not on the Autobot side of the fence anyway, so fuck.
Why doesn't that surprise me here?
Well, just better villains. I'm sorry, but in any case, but no, there were definitely a couple of highlights out of the indie reel. I will say I thought it was kind of a waste of time and space at the end there because they put in a 2-minute like highlight sizzle reel of their biggest indie hits that are already out. I'm like, no,
Right.
just give me more of new stuff. Which, speaking of other new stuff they gave us, was super excited because we finally got to see what Image and Form was up to with the newest installation into the SteamWorld series, SteamWorld Quest: The Hand of Gilgamesh. This makes me super fucking happy.
Yeah, I'm impressed I'm impressed because it is kind of still in the SteamWorld universe,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a totally like kind of a 180 from what they've been doing, which is good.
And it's not the first time they've done that either.
Right.
Image and
Right.
Form is just insanely versatile. This just doubles down on that fact because you went from Dig to Heist and then back to Dig 2 and now we're into Quest. So I mean their gameplay has been all over the place just in terms of genre. And I have a feeling that Hand of Gilgamesh is not going to sit well with a lot of people, but for me, we were talking about it in our in the group chat earlier, but I saw it and I basically went, okay, it's SteamWorld Chain of Memories. I'm good with this.
Right.
That
I can handle
fuck-
this.
I think I was one of like 13 people that liked Chain of Memories on Game Boy Advance.
That's good. I liked it.
Okay, so we've got 2 of 13 represented here.
Right here. Here we go.
Congratulations, we're the majority minority. But so they're delving into card-based action RPG, and on top of that, taking we're getting a peek at another corner in another time in this whole SteamWorld universe with this kind of medieval fantasy setting as well, which looks really fucking neat.
Yeah, it just looks like a good kind of like change of pace. Like I said, I think it's going to be fun. We need to see more on it, though.
I've seen enough to get a
Oh, I'm going to buy it. I'm definitely going to buy it. But
I don't need to see more until I have it in my hands playing it.
right.
So, but what about you? Your thoughts on this, Kathy? You've been quiet about SteamWorld.
I don't know I don't know anything about SteamWorld, so I have no comments on it. As I said, I defer to those of you in the group because you were all right, and I defer to your superiority in this matter. So I really don't have any opinion, and it's only because I never played the games. So I'm not a big fan of using card-based or any of these card-based games. So I have no opinion at this point. So
I'm curious, did you play Chain of Memories by chance?
I don't even know that game either. No.
Okay. Chain of Memories was the in between from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So no. That's why I have no opinion on this because I have no knowledge of any of this. So yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts is own kind of
Oh, I know Kingdom Hearts.
it's its own kind of rabbit hole though.
Yeah. I know about Kingdom Hearts, and that's why I really wish I'd gotten the PlayStation 3 or the PlayStation 4 instead of the Xbox 360, or was it the 3? I don't remember because I forgot I wanted to play Kingdom Hearts and forgot that was just a PlayStation exclusive.
Not anymore.
I know.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're gonna get Kingdom Hearts 3 on Xbox,
Right.
Yeah.
but you're not gonna be able to
Plus-
play any of the old ones.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there were multiple installations in the side series of Kingdom Hearts though that were on GBA and DS and 3DS.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's
And I don't
it-
have. Yeah. Again,
mhm.
I'm not
Yeah.
like you guys. I just, I had to kind of. I was told to be an adult. I was told not to be a gamer. I was told to don't spend.
Yeah,
your money.
we were too. We just ignored that.
I know.
No, I made my choice between 360 and PS3. I just went 360. But
I
I
wasn't allowed to get that stuff. That's all I'm saying. This is just still a sore subject for me, and I'm gonna pout for a little bit. So continue with what you guys want to talk about.
if you do have one laying around, Chain of Memories also got a re-upped version on PlayStation 2.
No, I do not. Oh no, we sold our PlayStation 2 a
So,
long time ago.
but
No.
so there is a second iteration of Chain of Memories out there, which tends to kind of get forgotten about actually.
I'm so pathetic with this group. I don't know nothing.
Well, the Chain of Memories is kind of obscure a little bit. Well, not obscure, but
Well, it was
I
the
feel
first
so
side story for Kingdom
pathetic,
Hearts
like,
too.
I don't know all this stuff. Okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I
So,
still like Fortnite. That's my response to that.
any other major highlights from the Nindy or from the indie? I want to say it's the
Nindies.
Nindies highlight.
I
They
know,
don't
I know.
fucking call it that.
not anymore. Yeah,
What the hell?
yeah. Crosscode. I want to see an RPG. So
yeah.
you know,
It has a Final Fantasy feel to it. In a
yeah.
way, but-
I don't know. I need to see more on it, but I think it piqued my interest.
Yeah.
And a War Groove, that piqued my interest too.
Mhm.
Kind of
Yeah.
strategy type game. But other than that, I mean, those are the really, I think we already talked about it. Inmost and then SteamWorld.
See, I'm excited for people that are excited for Wargroove, but Advance Wars was just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
Wargroove just doesn't do it for me. Now, that being said, you did mention Crosscode, and Crosscode I've got some mixed feelings on. Like, I'm watching this trailer for Crosscode, and I'm thinking, this looks really fucking cool. Like, it's got elements from genres that I really like,
Mhm.
but it's rooted in a genre that I just have a hard time getting into. So, I'm kind of torn as to whether or not it's something I'm going to end up throwing some dollars at.
Be nice to get a demo to play
Oh,
it.
Forger
That's-
was the name of that game we were trying to fucking figure out earlier.
What was it?
Forger.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Forager. Yep.
Forager. There it is.
Forager.
So, yeah.
Crosscode is one of those games that's piqued my interest. I like the idea of it. I like what I saw so far, but I do need to see more on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat on that one. That's what I actually do need to see more and see which way that leans genre-wise. But so I mean, overall, I think my takeaway from the indie highlights is that there's some stuff that there isn't anything that I got immediately super pumped about, but there's some things that kind of made me go, "That looks fucking neat."
Right.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of trying to take it in stride here because I had the same reaction with the indie highlights last year, and a handful of them ended up being just fucking spectacular. One of the ones that came out of that I just fucking fell in love with was Shapes and Beats.
Mhm.
Right.
So I suspect that there's at least one of them in there that I'm looking at going, it's neat. And when it comes out, I will pick it up and fucking just get hooked.
Yeah.
So, overall takeaway on the indie highlights for Josh.
Overall takeaway, I think it's a great lineup, and they're really coming out swinging this year with some of the, I know a lot of these are going to be available on other platforms as well, but and maybe in the future. But I do think that it's a good lineup for the Nintendo Switch to start off 2019. Anyway.
Kathy, final takeaway on indie highlights.
It's variety. It's got its variety. It's nice to see these games coming to the Switch. It's nice to see the Nintendo branching out and bringing stuff that they may not have in the past. it's going to be hit and miss, and I think some are going to do really well, and some are just going to fall short. And it'll be interesting to see what, once we get a chance to actually play them, what we, if any of our opinions change from what we saw today. So.
Right.
Okay. And the last thing I wanted to hit on, just because it makes me fucking snicker. Soulja Boy says his next console is gonna play Fortnite.
Yeah, Soulja
Epic
Boy.
Epic says no.
Run that by me again.
Soulja Boy needs to get a fucking life and needs to get the fuck out of the gaming world. I don't know what the fuck he's thinking.
This dude needs to hire a PR rep just to tell him to shut his mouth every time he goes to post something.
Pretty much.
He never would. His PR rep would just be like making excuses left and right. Well, this is just him, and we just let him be.
He just needs to pay somebody to keep him off of Twitter.
It didn't work. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. It doesn't work for some people.
Yeah, I know where that's going. So.
But no, it's just like, come on, dude. Just give it a rest. You have no clue what you're doing. I mean, I liked in the article that was shared, like, oh, Nintendo is calling me and trying to hook up with mine. I'm like, dude, quit it. They are not.
Nobody's calling you.
I mean,
no.
If they are, they're probably calling you to tell you to
cease and desist.
Alone.
Right.
Knowing Nintendo, it's a cease and desist. I'm surprised. Yeah. Reggie's probably knocking on his door. Shut up.
That's exactly what it is.
So. Oh man, but whatever he's on, he needs to give me something, because damn, I need to live in that kind of fantasy world.
But yeah, I think that kind of wraps us up for this week. I want to, big shout out, big thank you to my wonderful partners in crime, Kathy and Josh, this week. Big love to anybody that joined us on the stream live tonight, and to all of our wonderful listeners and viewers on Podbean and Google Play Music and iTunes and Spotify. And big loves to anybody catching us on their YouTubes. Make sure you stay up to date with... I've got some stuff going out. Should be yesterday for anybody catching the recorded version of this. Out on the Facebook and the Twitter page. Which reminds me, Kathy, I have stuff for you. Don't let me disappear without giving it to you. And I think that'll close us out for the night. Everybody say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace. Anybody need a wedding dress size 22?
No.
Nope.
Been there, done that. Don't need to do it again.
Done it twice.